Hello and welcome back to another Tech Pro ATL video. Today I'll be going over the basics of Photoshop. If you want to do 3D editing, at the moment I do not have a video, although depending on when you're watching this, it may be out, so I would check my channel out. If it's not out while you're watching this, I am working on it. If you want to do face editing, I'd highly recommend going to my channel and checking out my face editing video. In this video, I'll just be going over the basics, and some of the hotbar features I won't be going over as I see them irrelevant. Now, I'll open up Photoshop, and here I have an image of a dog. Of course, this isn't my photo, I haven't taken the image or anything, I'm just editing it for your examples. So, I'll first take a layer out of this, copy it, and paste it. So now I've created two new layers. This is the first feature I'll be going over in today's video. These layers are pretty much the grounds for any good Photoshop editing experience. So now I have two photos here. I'll just make them overlap. So now you can see layer 2 overlaps layer 1. The higher the number, it will overlap the lower number. So if I want layer 1 to overlap layer 2, I manually have to go over to layers function and change it by just dragging it above layer 2. Now you can see the overlap has changed. For the next feature, I'll be going over the movement. You simply click on a layer and then move it around. You don't have to manually click a layer, however, what you press will adjust the layer you're editing. The next feature is the Ellipse Tool. If you right-click it, you get other shapes. The Ellipse Tool is a selection tool, as when you use it, you create a circular or an ellipse-like shape, and that will select what's in the area. If you use Command X or Command C on a Mac, it will copy it. Now, I've copied it, I can paste it as many times as I like. Now I have a few too many layers, so I'll be deleting those. So the next feature, one of the most important features, is the lasso. The lasso is what you use to manually select things without using a certain shape as a parameter. So now you can see I'm manually using my finger to select this area. Of course, this may be rough around the edges, and I highly don't recommend it. If you right-click on this though, you can find the magnetic lasso tool, which automatically connects to the edges of an image, as you can see here. So it's far more precise than a human finger. However, there may still be problems. So if you were to zoom in on it, you get higher accuracy. Now, the next feature, if I just use this, is the quick selection tool, or the magic wand. It will automatically select a feature, however, it's not the best. This was the magic wand. Quick selection, in my opinion, works better. It allows you to select multiple features at the same time, much like the magic wand, and still a lasso would be better if you zoomed in. Here's the cropping tool. It can be used to edit an image's size to a more preferable one, as you can see here. Next feature that is of relevance is the spot healing tool. If I go over this, it won't allow me to spot heal it very well. If I had another layer over this, it would merge them together. So this tool can be tricky at times, and unless necessary, I wouldn't recommend it very much. As you can see, this dog is starting to look like the grass. So, after reversing that, here's the brush tool. I wouldn't recommend it unless you have a drawing tablet, however, it can be used to draw things around it. Like any of these brush tools that require you to manually use your finger, you can edit the size and the hardness. So now this is quite big, and yeah. Next tool that is of relevance is the eraser. I can use this to erase aspects of the image. Of course, this is the background, so it won't erase well. However, I can click on the background eraser and now it will erase properly. Depending on what layer you have selected, the eraser tool will only work on that layer. Next tool is the Blur, Sharpen, and Smudge tool. Blur tool can be used to enhance this perspective of an image. So if I change the pixel size first, and then blur out this nose, you won't see much effect because the hardness is quite low. But now, on a large scale, you can see an effect, but because it's so small, there won't be much effect. Next tool is the Sharpen Tool. Again, because it's on a small scale, there won't be much effect, but on a larger image, there would be. And then finally, for this area, there's the Smudge Tool. Once again, as I said previously, all these tools have the same thing in common, except for this one. This one actually has an effect on smaller scales. Now reversing that. The next set of tools is the Burn Tool and the Sponge Tool. The Burn Tool can be used effectively to cause sunburns or skin burns. I mentioned this in my face editing tutorial, so I'd check that out if you want to know more. There's also the Sponge Tool, which will essentially suck the life out of an image. By that I mean the color will be depleted, as you can see here. It works in the same way as the Burn Tool, except it doesn't add color to make it look strange. It takes color away. There's the text function, which can be a little tricky at times, but essentially allows you to write text over an image, as seen here. These are all the main features I believe are useful, and if you want to see more Photoshop videos, click the link in the description to go to my face editing tutorial, or click the card coming up right now. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to see more of my videos in your feed. Thanks for watching once again, and have a good day.